Welcome back to No Context Britain, a series in which we take a look at the best of Britain. Now, eagle-eyed viewers might be able to notice something a little bit different about this video. Something's afoot here. I'm not in the regular setup. I've moved house. I know it looks a little bit empty for now, but I promise I'll put up like some shelves or something soon. I'll give you a quick room tour, because I've got the green screen up so you can't really see behind me. But I picked this room as my office because you got the slanted... Whoa! I think that gives good depth. I think that gives good camera depth for some, I don't know, I know nothing about video production. But I've got a window here if I want to let some light in. I won't be doing that because I like sitting in the darkness like a gremlin. Actually, no, I don't. I love sitting in the light, but I don't know. I feel as though the lighting, this is so boring. This is such boring production tool. But I feel as though the lighting outside always changes depending on like clouds and the time of day. That doesn't give me a consistent shot. Okay, right, it's very boring. But anyway, we'll get on with our No Context Britain episode 42, I think. A London council painted a disabled bay around a legally parked Audi, then slapped the owner with 4 tickets while he was on holiday. What? That is the most traffic warden thing ever. Just making a problem. Just making up a problem. Absolute job's worth. Let's watch the clip because surely it can't be as simple as that. Okay, man fined after disabled bay is painted around his car. Couldn't they have waited until he moved his car? That's so funny. Oh, the job's worth has just turned up like minutes. I mean, I don't know if it was minutes after. It could have been a few days after, but still turned up and gave him a fine. Oh, that is so funny. That is objectively so funny. And look, I called the traffic warden a job's worth. I called him a job's worth. However, we would descend into chaos if it wasn't for the traffic wardens. Everyone would be parking everywhere, willy-nilly, blocking garages and all sorts. Don't get me wrong, they're still job's worth, but they are keeping the peace. A council was fined about four times after a disabled bay was painted around his legally parked car. That's so brilliant. And the fact that he's managed to get CCTV of this is so lucky. Because nobody's going to believe this guy. No one's going to believe when he turns up in court and goes, oh yeah, I came back from holiday and the disabled bay was painted around my car. Croydon Council apologised and claimed the fines were cancelled a week before the video was uploaded to social media. Yeah, after no doubt a lot of hassle on the Audi driver's end. What the fuck was that in there for? Is that him measuring the spot? What the fuck is he doing? Woman mortified after buying McDonald's meal for homeless man only to discover he was an ordinary customer. That must be so awkward. I don't know how you mistake a homeless guy, because usually a homeless guy will go, can you get me some food? This implies that the guy didn't ask her for some food. She just bought him some food. She just bought a random guy some food. Didn't go up to him and go, oh, would you like something? Just fucking straight up bought him some food. Although, right, there's a McDonald's near me, and I was in there once, and I overheard a conversation, because, like, any time I went in this McDonald's, there was this guy that would go around asking for meals. I didn't really ever think too much of him. But then one day, one of the staff members came up to a guy who had just ordered him food on the touchscreen and was like, you know he's had 6 meals today? Like, that guy could eat. He is the most well-fed homeless man in the country. He had 6 McDonald's meals that day. He's finished one, go back in and try and get someone to buy him another. It's phenomenal work. It's a graft. It's a hustle, especially when you've just had like 5 or 6 McDonald's meals. Imagine how heavy you'd feel. But he's not a quitter. He didn't give up. He went round and asked for his 6th. Oh, I'm sure I've looked at this image so many times on this channel, but I love it. I love a man that looks like this. What in the turkey teeth finance merc crush velvet interior live laugh love final boss are you? Amazing. Just the pink fluorescent vest, the giant chain, the turkey teeth, the beards transplant. It's all peak British man. Dead leopard on the A646 turned out to be some tart's coat. Sorry, how do you mistake a leopard print coat for a leopard? Where would a leopard have come from? Well, it escaped a zoo, and that's a very small leopard. Although it does kind of look leopard shaped when it's in this sort of pile Like that's very easily mistaken for a tail. Someone commented, still a dead leopard if you really think about it. Like, it's not actual leopard skin, is it? What? No one is walking up the A646 in real leopard skin. I don't even think surely they don't make clothes out of that. Surely it's only the most evil rich people on earth that wear actual leopard skin. Only real ones remember this legend, and it's MC Devvo. If you don't remember who MC Devvo is, I actually heard a story about him that I will repeat in a second because it's quite funny. It's unfortunate, but it's quite funny. MC Devvo was this guy who he played a character like a chav.
Mate, it's fucking busty as hell. Maybe I'll just get a bed here so I can like come down and fuck loads of birds in here. Like. You fucking gay cars! You fucking liar!
Basically, he was like a character, or I think this implies that he had an E4 show, but he was a character on like early YouTube. This was maybe 2007, 2008. Anyway, this guy grows up, he becomes a teacher. The school find out about this and he gets sacked. I'm going to try and find the article that shows this. Yeah, man, this happened all the way back in 2019. Yeah, primary teachers sacked after being outed as foul-mouthed YouTube rapper and internet sensation Devvo. Imagine your teacher being fucking Devvo. Oh, why would you sack him? The explicit comedy acts lyrics have the lines, "We're gonna fuck your girlfriend, check the flavor, and have a can of ketchup, and I'll kick me girlfriend's head in." Imagine that being your teacher. Imagine one day, say you perform this character when you're like, I don't know, 20 years old in the early 2000s. And then like 15 years later, you're working in a primary school. That's all behind you. Not that it's a bad memory. It was ultimately a really funny act he did. But like you put that behind you, it was an era of your life long gone. And then one of your pupils brings it up on the whiteboard and you get sacked. Tortoise missing for 30 years, found in loft, and he was still alive. How the fuck did he survive? I'm gonna look this up. How did he survive? Because I know snakes and stuff, they can survive forever without food. Like, I think I'm gonna look it up. I'm pretty sure a snake can survive between 6 months and a year without food. Yeah, I mean, there's varying results because most of these fucking things are AI. Like, I just get the AI overview now. It's just like a snake can go from a few weeks to several months to even over a year. These are very differing results, a few weeks to over a year. But according to Reddit, all right, okay, it depends on the size of the snake, how old he is, how big the last meal was. If he's an adult, I've heard as long as 18 to 19 months without food. It's fucking crazy. It's because I think a lot of it's to do with the fact that they don't get their, they don't heat their bodies through food, whereas we do, so we need a lot more food than reptiles, and they don't really do much. They kind of just fucking sit there. But anyway, what was I looking up? Oh yeah, tortoise. I'll tell you what should be fucking illegal, by the way. This. So this has been a thing for probably about like 5 years in the UK, where you have to either accept or reject cookies. To get around that, a lot of websites have said that you have to pay to reject cookies. That's bullshit. That shouldn't be legal. Anyway, sorry. I don't even really know what cookies are, but I always reject them. And if it doesn't give me the option, I just open it incognito and accept them. But what? Some of the reptiles can also survive without food or water for several years? Without water for several years? What? The reptile disappeared in 1982 when she was just 8 years old. That thing's been living out there since 1982. It is thought the tortoise managed to survive so long by eating termite larvae, which was also found in the attic. Fucking hell. Imagine losing that like it's like a soft toy or something, like a childhood soft toy. And then 30 years later, you go up in the loft and just find it. It's just there. Alive. Not dead. It's alive. I'd be terrified, man. Like... I'd have to get rid of it. I'd be so scared of that thing. So abnormally resilient. When you have gym at 6 but need to rob from the rich to give to the poor at 8. Ass shoes. Look at them. Fucking look at them. They're like Cuban heels but flat. Definitely looked at this before, but 'tis the season. Teddy bear turkey. I can make 2 teddy bears per 1 turkey. I'm selling them at £15 a bear. Your kids will love them as part of their Christmas dinner. I actually feel sick looking at that. Like, I really don't like raw chicken. I don't like handling raw chicken. I don't like looking at raw chicken. Even they're like chicken drumsticks. Like when they're plain. Hang on, let me show you these. When they're plain, like, you know, sometimes when you go to like a party or something, they've got like just plain. I mean, these are raw, but even when they're cooked, just can't. It's just like skin. No, I can't do it. It actually makes me sick to look at. This is fucking foul. This makes me feel horrible.
Christopher Robin.
Man spends 30 grand fighting a £100 speeding fine. That's the type of shit I'd be on. Honestly, I mean, less so now. A few years ago, I was more a man of principles. I remember Just Eat fucked up my order, so I was, and they wouldn't refund me, and I was genuinely this close to contacting a lawyer and taking him to court. Like, that would have no doubt cost me so much more than the £10 I lost. But for me, it was about the principles. Swedish prison cell, 2K a month London apartment. Tell you what, one of my backup... Exactly. This is a joke. I want to preface this by saying this is a joke. I'm not condoning crime. Don't do crime. But one of my backup plans, if my life completely fucks up, is to go to Sweden and commit a crime. Look, this is true. I mean, maybe this is a bit exaggerated. You don't get that for 2K. You get a nicer place than that for 2K. But the fact stands that, I don't know, you do well, you get a job in London, you're probably house sharing, flat sharing with a load of people you don't know / don't like, shilling out most of your income on rent and bills and all that shit. And honestly, you probably have a worse quality of life than a Swedish prisoner. They have fucking 5-a-side teams in their prisons. I'm not sure how, but I've created a perfectly spherical Yorkshire pudding. Oh, that is beautiful. I preserve that. I put that in a glass box and preserve it on the mantelpiece. That's beautiful. I keep it for years to come until it rots away. I tell my children about the spherical Yorkshire pudding. Royal Mail protected my parcel by bungee dropping it over the fence. You see, Royal Mail for me, they just fucking deliver all my packages to the wrong address. That's all they do. That's all they do for me. They don't tie rubber bands together and bungee them safely over my fence. They just deliver all my shit to the wrong address. Always. The cleverest bit of marketing ever, and it's a shatter resistant ruler. Anyone else ever think that meant like they were unbreakable, and like so like you go like that with them and they not shatter but they snap, and you go, well, that's a lie. It wasn't actually. It's just like if you drop it or throw it hard, it won't shatter. But who's doing that? And who has a reason for that? Who's dropping a ruler from such a height that they're concerned about it shattering? They're right. The person who posted this on r/casualuk is absolutely right, because this means absolutely fucking nothing. I saved £16 earlier by just collecting my fish and chips rather than getting it delivered on Just Eat. You've had an absolute blinder there. I'll tell you what I want to start doing. I mean, I am going to start doing this now. Instead of ordering on Deliveroo, I'm just going to like find the actual restaurant's menu, call up. Like, I mean, this doesn't work for a lot of places. Like if you're ordering from Nando's, it won't work from there. But like, say it like an Indian takeaway or a Chinese takeaway, I'm just going to find their menu online, call them up, do it the old-fashioned way. Because I feel as though takeaways were much more exciting back then. Like nowadays, it's almost too accessible to get a takeaway. Whereas before, it was like a thing of like, you had to go through the menus that you had in your drawer. You had to phone the place up. You had to talk to them. There was a process to it. You had to wait for the food. You'd be like curtain twitching, waiting for the delivery man to arrive. You give him the cash. You wait for the change. You give him a tip, and then you had your food. And it was a whole process, but it was enjoyable. I feel as though if I were to ever do a TED Talk, I'd do it about how convenience has killed the enjoyment in a lot of things, and I feel this very strongly. Completely off topic to the this Just Eat thing, takeaways, whatever. I feel as though things like, I think I spoke about this in a recent video, things like Netflix and Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, have kind of ruined the enjoyment of watching TV shows and watching movies. Because we have so much choice at our fingertips. Like if you have a couple of these subscriptions, you have thousands of movies and TV shows to choose from. And it's the same with game subscriptions, like the Xbox One, the PlayStation Plus or whatever it is. You pay a monthly fee and you get a load of games. That's really good in theory, but like I feel as though whenever I play a game through PlayStation Plus, I always enjoy it far less, or I give it less of a chance. Say if I'm not entertained in the first 20 or 30 minutes, I'll always put it down and pick something else up. Whereas with games I've actually paid for, I'm more inclined to give them a proper chance because I've parted with money for them. And even though I've parted with money in a way for them through a subscription service, there's a catalogue of like 1,000 games I could play. Or with Netflix, like 1,000 movies. Or, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. You're clever. You know what I mean. Nature is healing. Okay, right. It's a load of lint Dubai. I don't know why on earth they made this. They also sell it for, is it like £5 or £10 they sell this shit for? It's been reduced. Okay, right. So I'm guessing it, it was £8. It's now £4.80. Why are you paying that much for all of this? You picked all of that up. Oh, actually, no, you haven't. I thought that was a basket. It's just in like a bin. It's in like a discount bin. Still £4.80 for a bar of chocolate. It's like that's obscene. That's what you pay in like a proper chocolate shop, like Hotel Chocolate and all that. Share your worst town Christmas tree any advances on Motherwell. Oh my god, why have they bothered putting up a metal gate around it? That just makes it look worse. No one's gonna nick the tree. Finally, I can post the Grimsby Christmas tree. This This was a gem of a time when the tree we were sent from Norway started dying before the lights were even on, and some genius put in a small tree in the empty fence. Oh, that's beautiful. Hastings has decided to put up Old Saint scaffolding this year. Christ, that looks dreadful. It looks like a really like horrible like fairground ride that you don't trust and has probably killed 7 children in the last 10 years. Reckon this map of the British Isles may be slightly off on my mandatory fire training course for work. Okay, let's have a look at this. Okay, doesn't look like a great start. For some reason, Britain is morphing into France and Spain and Portugal, and then Ireland is apparently the British Isles. Anyway. What? That's Scotland. That's not the Republic of Ireland, that's England. That's not Wales, that's Spain. What the fuck? I feel like my brain is melting just looking. Look at this. Is your brain not melting looking at that? New level of TFL hell. Caution, this seat is damp. Please do not use. I can't help but think about it anytime I'm on the tube. Sometimes I think about it on trains, but it's less likely to happen on trains. I think about it a lot on the tube. Like, next time you sit down on a tube seat, ask yourself, how many times has someone pissed on this seat before it was last cleaned, and how many people have shit themselves on this seat since it was last cleaned? Because they never fucking clean these seats, you know. Like, I remember during COVID, they cleaned a load of the seats on one of the lines. It was the first time in something like 50 or 60 years the seats have been cleaned, and it was disgusting. I'll find the video. It's absolutely vile. Okay, I can't find the video, but like, trust me, it was absolutely disgusting. Like, I know this might sound over the top, but like, I mean, I don't live in London, so I'm not on the tube that often, but whenever I sit down on the tube, I always wash like my trousers or shorts or whatever I've been wearing. My new fridge has AI. What does that even mean? I swear companies are just attaching the buzzword AI to things without it actually being AI. Like, I'm looking for a new tumble dryer because the one that came with the house is absolutely packed in. It's fucked. It's so loud. It's the loudest thing on earth. When you put it on, you can hear it loudly on the other side of the house. It's fucking insane. So I need to get a new one. And I've been looking at some, and a lot of them are like described as having AI. And I was like, what the fuck? I had a tweet that went like semi-viral about, yeah, no, I'll go viral on Twitter sometimes. But I posted on Twitter and I was like, it got 31k likes, looking for a new tumble dryer, and a lot of them are described as having AI. Why would I want a tumble dryer with AI features? What does that even mean? I mean, people explained it to me and they were like, it just means it's got sensors that will stop the wash load when your clothes are dry. That's not AI. That's just called having sensors. What the fuck does an AI fridge entail? How much intelligence do you need a fridge to have? Surely you just need it to keep your food cold. Also, speaking of fucking fridges, has anyone else seen that? I'll show you it. It's on I tweeted about it. This fridges which play you ads. Why would you need a screen? Why would you need a screen on your fridge? For what reason? You're going to be scrolling Instagram reels on your fridge. Another thing, I was looking at dryers. I know I mentioned I'm looking at dryers, but some of them have screens. Some of them have screens that you can play like Spotify through. Let me find it. Okay, so there's this actually pretty cool looking Samsung AI tumble dryer. Okay, it looks pretty cool. You scroll a lot. It is over £1,000, but it's just like you can play Spotify on it. Who is using their tumble dryer as a fucking speaker? Who's using their tumble dryer as a hub to play music from? I imagine being at like round someone's house for a party or gathering or something. You're like, oh, can I put on my playlist? Yeah, it's just go to the tumble dryer and put it on. So ridiculous. Like, who wants that? No one wants that. No one will use that feature. I don't know why companies keep implementing like stupid features that no one's going to use. Anyway, a year since getting the keys to me in my 1970s inspired lounge. That's beautiful, man. That's absolutely beautiful. I love it. I love those chairs, but they're about fucking $2,000 or something. Can't justify it. I do like it. It is a vibe. However, just speaking objectively, that is just this looks like a headache to work. I don't know what that is. That's some kind of tape deck or radio or something. I don't know. I mean, look, I understand the appeal. It's sort of a throwback to a simpler time before playing music on your tumble dryer, but that just looks incredibly complicated to work. Anyway, let's have a look at the rest of this. Oh yeah, that's fair. A lava lamp. Oh, I should get a lava lamp. I want a lava lamp. Have you even got an oldie style? No, you haven't. You've just put it up in like an oldie sort of style. You have got an oldie style TV there. I like that. That's the plant, the wall. I love that. I'm an old soul at heart, you know. Not a fan of that sofa. That doesn't look particularly comfortable. But I mean, that's my personal taste. But I am an old soul at heart. I love stuff like this. Okay, so Granny created a group. Do you want this bowl? Granny added you. Granny changed the group article. Granny left you on ad. This is type of shit I be on when I'm old. Like, whenever sort of, you know, messaging on your AI tumble dryer comes in, this is the sort of stuff I'll be on. But it is funny how this is just obviously a far more complicated way of asking someone if they want something than just messaging them. I don't know how she came to this conclusion. This is how you message someone. You had to be there, and it's like all these... when was this? I don't remember this. This has to be a bit before my time, because I remember... I'll tell you what ones I remember. Yeah, onion bhaji, Cajun squirrel, fish and chips, chili and chocolate, crispy hoisin duck. There was one more, builder's breakfast. That one was the best one. I remember that. None of them were particularly good, but they should bring back something like this. And was it like when the one you vote for will be permanent or something? I don't know what the vote was for, but I don't know. I never saw any of these flavors ever again. Chili and chocolate, that's grim. That was 2010. How do I not remember this? This is posted in Dull Men's Club. There are 319 beans and 8 sausages in a tin of Heinz Beans pork sausage. Ignoring the obvious, horrible sausage to bean ratio, I don't like how soaked this this bit of kitchen roll is. It actually frankly disturbs me. Man couldn't stop hallucinating women with large breasts after IOP. The image first appeared while Mark was frying sausages, and only loud swearing would make it disappear. I mean, there's worse things to be hallucinating. A lot of people see like demons and stuff that tell them to kill people. This guy just sees big titties. I'd say as far as that goes, it's probably the best case scenario. Butter chicken rice included, one of the best sellers, although no idea why a bland, sweet and tasteless curry... No, you don't know. You've never had a good butter chicken, Mr. Person who runs curry restaurant. In my opinion, make it great for kids or those not into proper curries. Okay, ignoring the obvious snarky description. Why the fuck is it £26.35? Oh, it doesn't include rice. Butter chicken and rice, £26.35. That is a disgrace. This isn't a real curry house. This is some pretentious idiot who's like, oh, if you like a butter chicken, you're not cultured enough. This is an annoying prick from Shoreditch who runs this restaurant. £26.35. You can fuck off. Okay, we're just going to leave the video here on this fine image. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like and subscribe for the glory of Britain.